Republic of Council.
Mr O'Byrne, you're
Thank you,
very
Madam
close
Speaker.
to coffee time.
My question is to the Premier. Premier, we've just heard you clutching at straws and going into the back of the Ombudsman's report. But the truth is the government you've been part of for the past 7 years and led for less than one has earned a well-deserved reputation for secrecy. The Ombudsman's annual report will only reinforce this public perception. You have the dubious honour of being Premier of Australia's most secretive state. Premier, now before you get up and try to mislead us with fanciful tales of RTI officers just applying the law and everything being done at arm's length, that's exactly what the Ombudsman report makes clear is not happening. The Ombudsman is damning. He says government agencies don't seem to give sufficient weight to the fact that the Act creates a legally enforceable right to information. He states Tasmania's public authorities refused access to any information in 30% of their 2018-19 decisions, nearly twice that of Queensland and 750% that of the ACT and Northern Territory. Premier, you can't deny these numbers. They are evidence of a culture of secrecy that's infecting every level of government, every agency. Apart from organising a last-minute meeting with the Ombudsman to provide political cover, what are you going to do about it?
Thank you. The Honourable the Premier.
Well, Madam Speaker, I thank Ms O'Connor, the Leader of the Greens, for that question. Look, as I've said, I read the report last night. That was the first I'd seen of it. And so what I've done is contacted the Ombudsman this morning.
You agree there's a problem?
And we will have a discussion about his perspective on these matters. But as I've said, what is important, and there are 2 points that I would make here. One is that we need to interrogate the data. We need to interrogate the data and understand exactly what is occurring, Madam Speaker. Because in terms of the points that I made just a couple of moments ago, in terms of review, my reading of the report indicates that in terms of state government agencies, that there's been a 20% reduction in people requesting review.
Yeah, they've given up.
Madam Speaker, in terms of local government, and other public authorities, in terms of local government, they're up almost 100%. And I think we need to understand the reasons why, Madam Speaker. And in terms of other authorities, up around 40%. But I would make this point, Madam Speaker, and the point that I made yesterday in terms of the government's involvement with this Act. RTI officers delegated to be responsible under the Act to make those decisions are the ones that make those decisions under the law. Not government ministers. Well, then I think what you've just done is, to be frank, you've cast a slight on hard-working public servants. Hard-working public servants. And I think that you should be very careful there. But as I've said, Madam Speaker, and I'll have a conversation with the Ombudsman. I want to understand his perspective, and then importantly, we will interrogate the data and understand what is occurring, in terms of our relative standing with other states, so that we can provide clear and concise information, Madam Speaker, in terms of what's reported here. But importantly, I'll get an understanding from Richard Connick in terms of how he thinks matters might be able to be improved.
Your office.